All right, let's get right into it. Today we're staging a showdown between two of the biggest minds in AI, Geoffrey Hinton and Ray Kurzweil. We're going to pit their predictions against the reality of 2025, score it round by round, and figure out whose vision for the future is actually coming true.
So in one corner, you've got Geoffrey Hinton. They call him the Godfather of AI, but now he's sounding the alarm, warning about everything from mass unemployment to existential threats. And in the other corner, Ray Kurzweil, the ultimate techno-optimist, the guy who sees a future where humans and machines merge in a glorious new singularity. We're talking two absolute titans with two completely opposite visions of what's coming.
So, which is it going to be? Utopia or apocalypse? To figure it out, we're breaking this down into 4 critical rounds: jobs, safety, policy, and milestones. We'll score each round, tally it all up at the end, and see whose ideas are holding up in the real world, right here, right now. Okay, round 1, jobs. This is the one everybody's talking about. Is AI about to make us all obsolete, or is this just another tech revolution that'll create a whole new world of work? Let's see what they say. Hinton's take is, well, pretty grim. He says for all that routine office work, AI is just going to replace everybody, full stop. He thinks it's going to lead to massive layoffs and a real crisis of purpose. He even famously said you'd be better off training to be a plumber. Kurzweil, though, he looks at history. He says, yeah, sure, some jobs will go away, but new tech always creates new jobs and new things for us to do. He's betting that this time is no different. And you know what? When we check the data for 2025, it's wild. They're kind of both right. A Stanford study shows a 13% drop in entry-level jobs. That's Hinton's warning, right there in the numbers. But then, you look over here, the Bureau of Labor Statistics reports 2.1 million new tech jobs were created. That's Kurzweil's point playing out at the exact same time. It's a total paradox.
So for round 1, we've got to give Hinton an 8 out of 10. He absolutely nailed the short-term disruption and the pain a lot of people are feeling. We're giving Kurzweil a 6. He's not wrong about the long game, but he maybe downplayed just how rocky the transition would be. So after one round, Hinton takes an early lead.
All right, on to round 2, safety. And this is where the stakes get, well, existentially high. Are we just building a smarter tool, or are we building our own replacement? Hinton has gotten way more urgent on this topic. He actually puts the odds of AI taking control from humanity at 10 to 20%. And he thinks superintelligence isn't 30 or 50 years away like he used to. He thinks it could be just a few years out. You know, it's like raising a tiger cub. It's cute and fun at first, but you're still raising a tiger. And just brace yourself for this next number. A 2025 survey of AI researchers, the people actually building this stuff, put the chance of human extinction from AI at 40%. Let that sink in. That number was only 5% back in 2019. The expert community is shifting, and they're starting to sound a whole lot more like Geoffrey Hinton.
So how do you even score this? We're giving Hinton a 6 out of 10. He rang the alarm bell loud and clear, and the world is definitely paying attention. But we're actually giving Kurzweil an 8 here. And you might be asking, why? Well, his view isn't just blind optimism. It's faith in our ability to manage huge risks. And with things like the EU AI Act, that's exactly what's happening. The risk is real, but so is the response. And just like that, we're all tied up.
Which leads us perfectly into round 3, policy. How in the world do you govern a technology this powerful? Do you lock it down with hard rules now, or do you stay flexible and adapt as you go? Hinton is all in on regulate first. He wants urgent, binding rules, government guardrails put in place before things go sideways. Kurzweil, on the other hand, thinks that's a mistake. He favors a more adaptive approach, with flexible guidelines and international cooperation. He's worried that if we rush into rigid rules, they'll backfire and stifle progress. So, what's actually happening out there in 2025? Well, the trend is crystal clear. You've got the EU AI Act now in full force. China is rolling out its own sweeping governance rules. The US just created a new AI Safety Institute. Now, not everything Hinton wanted has passed, but look at the big picture. The global momentum is undeniably toward regulation. Because of that, Hinton gets a 7 out of 10. He's been at the forefront, pushing for exactly the kind of action we're now seeing happen all over the world. Kurzweil gets a 6. His point about bad rules is a good one, but right now, the world has clearly decided that urgency trumps perfection. And with that, Hinton pulls back into the lead. This is it. It all comes down to the final round, milestones. Forget the debates about what might happen. Let's talk about what is happening.
Who's been more accurate at predicting the actual pace of AI progress?
Kurzweil's been saying the same thing for decades, with incredible consistency. He says we'll have human-level AI by 2029, which will kick off the Singularity by 2045. Hinton used to be more conservative, but now he thinks superintelligence could be here within 10 years. Their timelines are getting closer, but Kurzweil's short-term prediction is still way more aggressive.
So let's do a reality check. Where are we really? I mean, think about it. The top AI models today can already pass the bar exam and medical boards. They are getting terrifyingly good at complex reasoning. And we're already seeing AI agents that can actually complete complex, multi-step jobs out in the real world. The speed of progress is just mind-boggling.
Honestly, based on all that evidence, you have to give round 4 to Kurzweil. We're giving him an 8 out of 10. The crazy leaps we've seen lately make his 2029 prediction for human-level AI look, well, pretty darn plausible, maybe even a little conservative. Hinton gets a 6. His updated timeline definitely captures the current vibe, but Kurzweil's long-standing bet is looking smarter every single day.
And that's it. 4 rounds are in the books. After all that, it's time to go to the final scoreboard and deliver the verdict in this clash of AI titans. After we tally all the points, wow, it could not be closer. But by the absolute thinnest of margins, with a final score of 28-27, the winner of this debate is Ray Kurzweil. So what does this actually mean? It feels like we're living in this incredible tension. Kurzweil's optimistic timeline for the tech itself seems to be right on track, but it's Hinton's dire warnings that are shaping how our society responds to it. It's like we're living in Kurzweil's world, but we're being forced to write Hinton's rules, and that balance could shift at any moment.
But look, that's just our scoring. Now we want to hear from you. Looking at the evidence, who do you think won? Who's right? Let us know what you think in the comments. And here's a final thought. Does it really matter who gets the timeline right if we're not ready for what's waiting for us at the finish line?